Going into this movie, I was already having flashbacks. A bunch of old Hollywood stars coming to do this movie that's supposedly made for the fans. And I might add, I'm not really a big fan of the Borderlands games. Never played any of these games, and my only knowledge of them is that they're some kind of shooter RPG and clamtrap dances or something. And I was also a bit disappointed we did not even get to see that. But all of that packaged, along with the raging reviews, moments as I was going into the cinema, this did not disappoint in being bad. And with a budget of $100 million, some people say that this film does not justify that amount. Some will say actors get paid too much. See, my own stance with that is that Kevin, Kate, Jamie, Jack, all of you go get your bag, go get your money up, because there's no way you're doing this film with any sort of incentive aside money, and rightfully so, as well as the other parts of the budget. As the start, we properly see the wasteland with Kate Blanchett's character. I will admit, I like the retro feel and everything I was feeling in that moment. I was loving it, and also the few chase sequences here and there at the start, running away from nothing, but it was still a bit entertaining. But after that, we get introduced to our characters and them forming their group. The whole quality, the CGI, everything just takes a huge step down. And the last thing I liked was the only character I knew in this franchise, Claptrap. Jack Black did an okay job voicing the character. I couldn't even tell it was him for the most part. And yeah, his voice was a bit robotic, and I liked it for that. It's a robot. And I know he's supposed to be this annoying and unbearable character, as that's how he is from the games. So fair enough here. Also, his design was really impressive, and I think that's one of the best uses of CGI in this entire film. But outside all of that, where do I begin? The antagonist for this movie, not much to say from him, aside he felt very, very plastic and cartoonish. The humor in this was simply non-existent. And see, I know most of what Ariana Greenblatt, who plays Tina, was doing was probably being the character from the games, maybe. I have no clue, as I mentioned. And also the projection of her character was to appeal probably to kids, because it's a PG-13 film. Bit annoyed about that too, but it's not as if the game was like really blood splatter and everything, so I'll give them the pass for that. But she was just her being herself and her having fun. But I will be that party pooper and say I could not stand every ounce of dialogue that came out from her mouth. I wanted to like bury my head in the ground and fill my mouth with sand. And I liked her in Barbie. I liked her in... Okay, I didn't really like her in 65, but she was not the worst part of that film. But for this was probably the worst performance I have seen her out of those other three films. But see, also you, enjoy yourself, improve your career, get that bag. Also, the whole plot and writing in this film is a mess, because I'm heading into spoiler territory now. So Kate Blanchett's character is paid to abduct Tina, and they all know this. Everybody knows this because she literally says, "Oh, I'm going to take you to your dad." But they still allow her to be part of the team that wants to keep her away from her dad because they don't want her to die or something. And I can't really remember the exact reason that Kate Blanchett gave them for her to join the group, but it was something in the lines of, "You guys, I have to stay with you because if I don't stay with you, the other bounty hunters will kill me," or something. And this is all coming after that group that she's begging to be with tried to kill her. And they also know, as I just said, they know that she's a bounty hunter and she wants to take Tina to give to her dad that is the bad guy. What makes them think that at a certain point she will change? Like, yeah, she changes at the end, but how are they so certain about that? And there's this twist at the end too about her being the key or the chosen one. Like, what? Where did that come from? See, this is obviously a movie you cannot really take seriously, and I'm sure the fans of the games get that too. I was reading some comments on them being like, the whole point of the Borderlands game is to find the vault or something like. But see, you can't say because the game's plot doesn't make sense, you make a movie on it and it doesn't make sense. I know this is a bad example, but look at the Mario movie. The Mario games have no plot. I'm not saying that movie has the best plot or direction or whatever, but for what it was, they did an okay job. But here, it just was nothing. And to conclude here, this movie, before I watched it, I saw it had 0% on Rotten Tomatoes. And at the moment of recording this video, I think it has 3%. And with all I have said, I will not lie to you and say that this film was dumb fun, because it is a bit of that in the first 30 minutes. But after that, I was already regretting my decision to watch it and I was like contemplating leaving the theater. But as bad as those Rotten Tomato scores and as bad as people are like reviewing it and making this movie seem like it's the worst thing to come out this year, it's a bad film. I'm not even like going to deny that, but come on, we got Madam Web and Tara this year. But see, is this film an $100 million film? Don't understand why they didn't just go the animation route. Yes, the film was not going to make as much if we went that route, but it's not as if this movie is going to make half of that budget back. Maybe it does, I don't know. But obviously Borderlands as an animation, like Mutant Mayhem, would have just made more sense. Or even video game movie like I just mentioned, Mario. Wouldn't that have just been the smarter route to take? My verdict, if you're really interested in watching this movie, just wait for it to come out on streaming, or just don't watch it. It's a freaking Hollywood money laundering scheme. Thanks for watching the video. Peace.